Welcome to part 8 of this powerful story. Before we get into this video, I've got a little gift for you. I've written an exclusive story you won't find on YouTube, and it's completely free. Just check the link in the description or the pinned comment to grab your copy. Tell us where in the world you're watching from and what the time is right now. We've come a long way together, and with only 2 more parts left, the ending is closer than ever. My name is Rachel, and I'm honoured to keep guiding you through this true life story. Please remember, nothing here is made up or sugar-coated. We share it exactly as it happened, because you deserve the full truth. Now lean in, and let's continue. After all that pregnancy and miscarriage stuff, Amanda decided to be more careful. No matter how her in-law tries to pull her leg, she made up her mind never to fight back and walk away immediately. She didn't allow the miscarriage to bring her down or leave the marriage. She started going to her work, listening to people and trying to resolve their problems in the best way she could. She thought her mother-in-law was the only problem she had now, but she was wrong. She still has people who want her down, or let me say people who want her down. Remember Auntie Rose, Mr. Wilson's sister? The same woman who sold Amanda to some porn acting industry. Yes, that same woman has been sitting and thinking lately. Auntie Rose thought about all that happened to her brother's family. His death was related to Amanda. His brother's son died too, also because of Amanda. Now his brother's wife died too, while trying to get justice for her husband and son. She was a hero, but unfortunately she didn't get to finish the fight. Auntie Rose picked up her phone and called Miss Jacinta. The phone rang for some seconds but no reply. Then she called again, and this time around, Jacinta picked up. "Hello," she said. "How have you been, and how are you coping with the death of your beloved friend?" Rose said to her on the phone. "I'm fine, we thank God," Jacinta replied. "We thank God? You say we thank God? No, this is not about thanking God. This is about taking action. Stop thanking God and take action," Rose says. But Jacinta seems not to understand her yet. "What action are you talking about? My friend died, I understand." "Justice, don't be so heartless. A full family is gone. Why? Because of one person, and the person is still breathing. This is not possible. Do you know what your friend would be saying in the last minute of her life? She would say, 'My friend will find justice for me.' But here you are, not even bothering," Rose says. "I'm sorry, I can't find justice. She is dead, same with her husband and her son. Sometimes we need to forgive and forget. I'm not a vengeful person. This is not the woman you knew before. I advise you to stay away from that young girl and let her live her life in peace. Don't end up like your brother's wife. I told her too, but she never listened. Now I'm telling you, don't regret it later," Miss Jacinta says, and ends the call. "Hello, hello, hello?" But the call was already hung up. "Fool! This woman is a fool! I can't believe she thinks getting justice for a full family is a waste of time. Look at the kind of friend my brother's wife has. A friend who is scared of showing up for her," Rose says, hitting her hand on the table. Her mind was made up. If others are scared of finding justice, she is going to do it, at least for her own brother's family. She does not care how and when. All she wants is to see Amanda dead too. She wants her dead immediately. As she sat, a plan began to gather in her head. Back to Amanda. Amanda, like we know, kept avoiding what was going to make her mother-in-law fight her. So one morning, she felt a bit different. It turns out she was pregnant again for the second time. This time around, she did not say it aloud because she didn't want her mother-in-law to know about her new pregnancy. Even her husband was not aware she was pregnant. The first person she told was Cynthia. She went to Cynthia's house. Cynthia was on an off duty from her job, so she was just at home resting when Amanda came in. She welcomed Amanda, but like always, she knows when Amanda is not happy, and so she asked again. "Amanda, you are worried about something. I can see it in your eyes. Tell me, is it about your mother-in-law?" Cynthia asked. "Yes, somehow it's about my mother-in-law. Listen, I just found out that I'm pregnant and I'm scared. I don't want what happened to my last pregnancy to happen to this one too. I haven't even told anyone for the past 2 days because I just don't know what to do, Amanda says. Cynthia stood up from her chair and moved closer to Amanda, sat with her. Listen, I understand that you are scared, but keeping your pregnancy as a secret from your husband sounds bad. It's not going to help you. Instead, tell him about it, and tell him to get you another place to stay if you are scared of your mother-in-law. That is the only way to go about this, Cynthia suggests. Amanda realizes that Cynthia was right. She just had to tell her husband, and he is rich enough to get her another apartment to stay. So Amanda stayed with Cynthia for some time till it got really dark. Now Cynthia told her to start going because it really got late. But something terrible happened immediately. Amanda stood up to leave. Some men burst into Cynthia's home, men with rifles and arms, making the two girls shocked. Amanda thought maybe they were coming for her, but she was wrong. They came for Cynthia instead. To her surprise, the man pushed her out of the way to the ground and went for Cynthia. Cynthia immediately recognized one of the men. It was her ex-boyfriend. He came with men to kidnap Cynthia. That sounded stupid, right? Yes, a lot has happened lately between Cynthia and him. You are going to find out as we continue. So while that was happening, while Cynthia was struggling with the men, Amanda brought out her phone and was able to take a picture and quickly send the picture to her husband with the message, "We are in trouble." She sent that and was trying to add another message that would describe the exact thing happening, but one of the men saw her. "Are you recording us or calling the police? Give me that phone!" he yelled at Amanda and took her phone, then smashed it on the floor. "Take both of them," Cynthia's ex-boyfriend says. So his boys covered Cynthia's mouth, even Amanda's too, and kidnapped them both. The truth is the men never wanted to take Amanda, but they kidnapped her too because she was seen using her phone while the attack was going on. Back at the house, Gabriel drove back home, hoping to see his wife and give her a kiss. He went to his room immediately, but Amanda was not there. He thought maybe she is in the shower. "Darling, I'm back. Are you in there?" Gabriel asked, but he got no response. He even went there himself, but the place was empty. He then glanced at his wrist again. The watch was showing 8 p.m. Amanda usually closes by 4 p.m. from her office, and worst of all, he could remember Amanda saying she won't even go to the office. So if she is not at the office, then where is she? Gabriel thinks. He came out of his room and checked the sitting area of the house, but Amanda was not there. Now he is getting more worried. He checked his car, all the cars were complete. And then he asked his drivers, "Did any one of you take my wife somewhere? Maybe drive her somewhere and return back to the house?" "No, sir, your wife hasn't used any of the cars today," the driver says. He then went ahead to ask the gateman if Amanda went out of the house on foot, and the gateman told him that yes, Amanda went out in the morning and she went on foot. "I even asked her why she didn't take her car, but she said it wasn't needed." This whole thing made Gabriel really scared. Then he decided to call her on the phone. The tricky part is Gabriel was too worried and anxious that he didn't even notice that Amanda sent him a message. All he was focused on was the calling part on the phone, not the message box. The call said Amanda's phone was switched off. He got really scared and rushed back to the room and began asking his mother if she saw Amanda. "I have tried everything, calls and messages. They are not going through," he said to his mother. "Maybe she went out to see a man, because tell me, how can a married woman still be out by this time of the night? She didn't even tell you about her movement. I believe that girl is cheating on you. Or maybe she went to sleep with her dogs like usual," Gabriel's mum says. "Mum, what are you saying? Because you don't like her does not give you the right to say such things about her," Gabriel said to his mum. "No calls, no messages, her phone is switched off. What do you think?" "She doesn't want you to find out," the old lady says. Then, at the mention of that message, Gabriel quickly realized that he hasn't checked his inbox. Maybe Amanda dropped a message. Then he quickly checked there, and like expected, he saw Amanda's message where she wrote, "We're in trouble," with an attached picture. He clicked the picture and boom! He was able to see some men in the picture. It was not very clear, but one of the men in the picture was clearly showing, and he was holding a gun. This made Gabriel scared. A lot of questions were going through his mind. Was she kidnapped? If yes, then by who? Was she still alive? There was only one person responsible he could think of, no other person than his mother. He turned to her and began to ask her, "I need you to tell me the truth. Please, did you pay anyone to kidnap Amanda? Please tell me the truth," Gabriel asked. "I know I don't like that stupid girl, but this is not me. I did not pay anyone to kidnap her," she replied. "I'm just asking. If this is tracked and you're found guilty, the police might not let it slide. You may be forced to face the consequences, so tell me if you did it." But his mother told him she was not responsible. While Gabriel was sad and worried about Amanda missing, his mother was happy and at the same time thinking, who actually kidnapped Amanda? Does that mean Amanda has more people who want her dead, or more people who hate her like she does? Whatever it is, she is just happy that Amanda is in trouble, and she prayed that Amanda should die in the process. Gabriel went back to his room and wore his clothes. He was going to take the picture to the police immediately, but as he came out, his mother stopped him. "Where are you going?" she asked. "To the station. I need to show them the picture Amanda sent to me. Maybe they might be able to find something in the picture," Gabriel says. "No, son, it's late. You can't risk yourself because of a wife. You can go there tomorrow," she said. "My wife? Mum, don't try to stop me," he said and went out. He went into his car and started the engine. The gate was opened and he zoomed out immediately. He worriedly drove on the highway, speeding, nearly got into an accident with another car, drove to the police station and showed them the picture. "This is the picture she sent to me before she went missing, completely," he said, tapping his screen. "Check it and see if we can find something." He was so anxious and couldn't wait to find Amanda. The officer smiled and looked at how anxious he was. "Calm down. I know you want to find your wife, but this is not going to help now. You need to wait for tomorrow, then we can proceed. It's late already," they said to him. So he went back home. Meanwhile, the kidnappers actually took both girls to an incomplete building in a very small neighborhood, very local. They pushed Cynthia and Amanda into the building and forced them to sit down. Amanda could not believe her eyes, because one of the kidnappers was Cynthia's boyfriend, or let me say ex-boyfriend. Then someone came and tied their hands and left them. Amanda began to ask Cynthia immediately the person left. "Cynthia, I hope I'm dreaming. That person leading them, is that not your boyfriend? Or am I dreaming?" Amanda asked as they sat on the bare floor. "Yes, that's my ex-boyfriend. He is not my boyfriend anymore," Cynthia replied. "What? You broke up with him? Is that why he kidnapped us? And why did you do that?" Amanda asked. "He didn't mean to kidnap you too. He came for me. I had to break up with him. I wanted us to stop his crimes. We all agreed to change our ways and become better people, but he was so addicted to bad jobs and he couldn't stop it. So I told him I can't continue the relationship with a man who does such things. Then I found a man, a new lover, at a place where I went to take a drink. He was different, had a job, so I fell for the new guy. He called me and I told him I already moved on with somebody new, and so he promised me that no man can have me if he doesn't. I guess this is it," Cynthia says. After Amanda listened to her story, she understood why they were kidnapped. A few minutes later, Cynthia's ex-boyfriend walked in and was laughing. "Ha ha, look at you, leaving me behind to follow another man, right? Because he is richer. All we did together, you think you can just move on like that?" he asked. "You are just a failure. Are you going to kill me? This is exactly why I cannot be with you. Because you will never change, always having a bad mindset," Cynthia replies. But he got angry and slapped her. "Well, thank God I don't need your permission before I get you anymore. Now you are mine, and under my control. I think I'll get you pregnant without your approval. Ha ha," he laughs. Then he turned to Amanda. "And I didn't come for you, but you wanted to call the police on me. I don't even know what to do to you, but you need to be taught a lesson, so next time you won't put us at risk of being caught." Then he told his boys to take Amanda away and rape her as many times as they want. Immediately, both girls heard that. They didn't like the idea. "Listen, you can do anything to me, and still go away for free, but trust me, don't try this with my friend. You know she is married and has a husband. Do you know her husband? You wouldn't want to rape her or keep her for anything longer. Her husband would definitely find you and you will rot in jail. So leave her alone and free her. Me and you, we can fix ourselves, Cynthia says. Cynthia's ex-boyfriend was the type of man that was never scared of anyone. He believes he always plays his cards well and would never get caught. He told his boys to proceed. Amanda began to cry and plead. They didn't want to listen to her until she mentioned she was pregnant. Please, I have a child inside me. Don't do that to me, please. This was the only thing that saved her from being raped. But for Cynthia, she was raped by her own ex-boyfriend. He said he was going to keep her and keep raping her until she agrees to stay with him. Or maybe she will even get pregnant. Another way to keep her at his side. The next morning, Cynthia's ex-boyfriend was still holding Amanda. He would not let her go, even though Cynthia told him countless times to let her go. He knows what he is doing. He knew Amanda actually did something with her phone. He knew Amanda must have passed out vital information about them, so keeping her is going to make her a hostage. And even if the police comes for them, they would definitely not do anything because he is holding someone important as a hostage. Meanwhile, Gabriel woke up and gone to the police station. He didn't have a perfect night because he slept without his wife by his side. He showed the police the picture again and they watched it carefully. One of the men in the picture was clearly visible, so they zoomed it closer and took his face, ran some face recognition on the face and found out that that man has been held for a crime before. So this gave them more information about his identity, his friends, and even some family members. They investigated his friends, people he met before recently, and cars he was seen inside. They were able to get that one too, but then something was still not right. In the message, Amanda says, "We are in trouble. That means not just her, but someone else is there." Gabriel had to leave the police to do more of the finding and go back to his work to attend to some clients, like signing papers and more. But while at the office, he was not happy, still thinking about his wife that was missing. And so he remembered Cynthia. Yes, the last time Cynthia was off duty, but she is supposed to resume today. So he went to Cynthia's duty post and couldn't find her. He asked his employees if they saw Cynthia. "Is she present?" But they said no. And at that point, he remembered that Cynthia was the closest person to Amanda. If Amanda was going to visit anyone, that person would be Cynthia. He brought out his phone and looked through the image again. Then he went back to the police and told them that he believes that this image was taken at Cynthia's house. And so they went ahead to Cynthia's house, and to their surprise, her door was opened. The room was scattered due to the dragging, and the image from Amanda and the room looked the same. "Officer, she was kidnapped too. Please do all you can. I don't understand this. If this was just kidnapping, they must have called for a ransom, but I have not gotten a call from anyone. I feel like this is something different," Gabriel says. "We have gotten enough information that would help us locate these people, but this is not just a job for the police. If you really want to know what happened to your wife and her friend, you will have to spend money," the policeman at his side said. He told them that money was not the problem. "Just make sure you find the surest way to find my wife," he says. So after like 6 hours, the police did a great job, one that no one believed they could do. They were able to find the exact person responsible, why, and the exact location that they might be hiding. It was not a good job done. It was a clean finding. They called Gabriel and told him that all information is now at hand. But the question was, should they sit and wait for the kidnappers to call for ransom, or go after them? So Gabriel told them to wait for another 24 hours and see if he may get a call. They waited patiently for 24 hours, but no response from the kidnappers. All these things were making Gabriel's mother happier than she ever was. "Whoever is trying to kill her should just kill her for me," she would say in her mind. So the police had no choice but to go after them. They drove to this specific location, a very dangerous place, as they said. Gabriel was asked to stay back, but he refused and still followed them to the bush. And to that specific spot. The house was surrounded by the police and they spoke out, "You have been surrounded! Surrender!" But Cynthia's ex-boyfriend didn't want all that police trouble. What he wanted was simple. He just wanted Cynthia to go with him. So he noticed the police presence and he walked out, not afraid because he knows that they won't shoot, because he got someone important as a hostage. He stood at the front of the building and spoke. "I know who you are looking for. She is inside with my boys and might be shot if you don't cooperate with me. I don't have business with her. I just have business with the second person. I didn't mean to take her so I can give her back. But you just let me go. And also agree to clean my name," he said. This was the exact reason why he took Amanda, to go free and have his name cleaned. The police were silent, for his condition was a big one. He is a kidnapper and needed to face the law. Cleaning his name and making the agreement with him will make him go free and still take Cynthia. But if they don't agree to that, he might kill someone important. "What are we going to do?" one of the policemen asked their commander. "This is a case of saving life, so if he is going to go and let a life be saved, then so shall it be," he replied. "But he is still going to go with one of the girls. That is not saving life, that is saving someone and leaving the other behind. The people of the state are not going to be proud of that work. The other one is not that important. Can't you understand?" the commander says. "Everyone is important, sir," the policeman says. And so they all agreed he was right. If they were going to let that kidnapper go, then he must go without anyone. And so they told him, "We agree to let you go and won't try to find you, but you must go alone, not taking any of the girls, City," they say. "No, I must go with Cynthia. You either agree or I kill them both," he says. The police still didn't agree to that. They thought maybe he was joking. Maybe he was not going to kill them both. Maybe they should just attack and he would run away. But as they tried to move forward, he brought out Amanda and pointed a gun at her head. "Back off now," he says, but the police didn't stop moving forward. "I said back off now." "I will shoot her," he says again, getting more angry. "Keep going," the commander instructed. "He won't shoot her," he reassured. But Gabriel was so scared. What if he shoots her? His heart was racing. As the police moved closer, "I will shoot," the man says again, and "Pah!" He pulled the trigger. He shot Amanda in the leg. She screamed bitterly as she was shot in the leg. Cynthia heard the gunshot as she was held in the building and she was scared. Gabriel heard the gunshot and ran out of his car. He didn't even care if he would be shot. He wanted to go directly and face Cynthia's boyfriend, but he was held back by the police. "He is going to kill her completely if you go close. Stay back," they told him, and they were left with no choice but to let him go and go with Cynthia. He went with Cynthia far into the bush and even burst out to the other side. He took their already packed car and drove away. The police were only able to recover Amanda. She was badly injured. She was taken from there directly to the hospital to remove the bullet from her leg. The question is she going to be able to walk with that leg again? The doctor did his job and removed the bullet from her leg. "Doctor, please tell me, is she going to walk again?" Gabriel asked. "Your wife is lucky. You hardly see someone walk again after such an incident, but luckily for her, she is not badly affected. She will walk gradually and get better. You may take her home tomorrow," he says. Gabriel went back home that day, happy at least that he got his wife back. His mum saw him and asked him, "Have you found your wife?" "I did, but she was shot. She was just a victim. She was not the target. Now I believe that you didn't plan it," he says. "Look at you, you never listened to your mom. Ever since you got this girl, your life has always been from one problem to another. That shows how much she is bad luck. As long as I live, I will never like her," his mom says. He didn't even know what to say because his mom was kind of right. Amanda has caused a lot of problems, but he believes she is still the best person he wants. He just walked away, went to his room and took his bath, and jumped on the bed. He was so tired. Meanwhile, while all this was happening, Mr. Wilson's sister, Auntie Rose, has had a plan working. She believes justice must be served, and she will do it. The next morning, Gabriel went to the hospital and Amanda was brought home. She was not walking properly because the injury was fresh. Then she told Gabriel what really happened. She told Gabriel how she found out she was pregnant and told Cynthia instead because she was scared of her mother-in-law. "You are pregnant? Oh my God, that is good news. You should have told me first. Don't be scared of my mom. She's not even the person that kidnapped you," Gabriel says. "I think you should just rent an apartment for me so I can stay there alone because I don't want to lose this pregnancy. Please," Amanda cried. "No need. My mom won't hurt you anymore. I think she is now fine with you. I can't let you stay in another place while I stay in another place. You are my wife. We should stay together, not separate. Now get some rest. Your wound is still new," Gabriel says and taps her on the shoulder. Then he left. Looking at her wound, Amanda remembered Cynthia. She prayed in her heart, hoping Cynthia is safe. At the same time, she was still scared about her staying in the house with her mother-in-law. She knew her mother-in-law would never let her be. Sometimes she just feels like leaving the marriage. Well, after some days, Amanda was able to recover a bit and can walk without anyone helping her, though she was still not walking properly. When she walks around the house, her mother-in-law would laugh at her and even say a lot of things to her. But she would just listen and never say a word. She did that to avoid getting in a fight with her. When Gabriel's mother realized that no matter what she does, Amanda never replied to her. Well, Gabriel got a call some days later about a meeting that he needed to attend, right in another state. That means he was going to travel. This meeting was something that he could not miss as a company owner. So that night he told Amanda about it. Amanda never loved this idea. Leaving her at home alone with her mother-in-law is the most scary thing so far. "I think you should just take me with you or something. I'm scared. I can't stay with your mom. She is going to do something to me," Amanda says. "Don't worry, I will talk to my mom. She is not going to touch you. I mean, she can't keep being mad at you. At some point, she is going to accept you." "Don't worry," he says to her. She listened and agreed, but deep down she was still not convinced. She slept that night thinking about all that would happen when Gabriel travelled the next day. So morning came, and Gabriel already dressed himself up for the journey. He went to his mom and told her, "Please, when I'm away, do not try to hurt my wife. She is not weak. She just doesn't want to fight back. That's respect, and I expect you to respect her too," Gabriel says. "Oh, my son, go. I don't have time for this. I will mind my own business," she lied. But deep down she was happy because this is just the best time to show Amanda what hell looks like on earth. "Thank you, Mom, and please just be a mother to her. She is holding your grandchild. Or you don't need a grandchild anymore," Gabriel says. "Just go. I will take care of your wife," she pretends. So Gabriel goes back to the room and tells Amanda that all is fine. "She won't hurt you anymore. In fact, she promised that she is going to look after you like a daughter," he said. She just nodded, still not trusting her mother-in-law. Immediately Gabriel left. His mom just whispered, "It has just begun," and smiled wickedly. She quickly called all the house help and gave them new instructions. "My son is on a trip. He is going to stay there for a while, so now I'm in charge. You do as I say or lose your job, understand?" "Yes, Ma," they answered in chorus. Her true colours just began showing. She would tell Amanda to cook something for her to eat instead of telling the house cook. Amanda obeyed without delay. She would cook the food and serve it to her, even though she had an injury. When she tasted the food, she would angrily yell at her for serving bad food, even though the food had no bad taste. She just wanted to create something to start a war with her. The next second, she took the food and poured the hot food on her. Amanda only screamed in pain. "My son told me to watch you, but he didn't tell me to let you kill me with your bad food. Go back to that kitchen and make something good," she yelled at her. She packed the plate and walked back. Her walking was slow because of her wound, so her mother-in-law walked to her again, angry, and slapped her hard on the face. "I said walk fast and get me the food. If you cook something bad again, I will pour it directly on your face," her mother-in-law says. Amanda had to walk fast even though she couldn't, Her mother-in-law ended up pushing her and telling her to walk fast. She would fall on the ground and cry. The house helps just watched in pain. They felt her pain, but none could stop her pain unless that person wanted to lose their job. Another day, she brought out plenty of her clothes. Even though the clothes were not bad, she intentionally made them dirty and told Amanda to wash them neat. "I don't want to see any dirt on the clothes." Amanda took the clothes from her and went to the washing machine, trying to wash the clothes. But she received an unexpected slap. As she turned, it was her mother-in-law who slapped her. "I told you to wash my clothes with your hands, not the washing machine. Go out there under the sun and wash my clothes. My son told me to watch over you, so you have to wash my clothes too," she says. Amanda cried again and took the clothes out to the hot sun, took water and began to wash them. Two of the maids who saw her condition couldn't bear it. "Why is she so wicked? She just hates her daughter-in-law for nothing." "I hate her," the maid said to the other. "I hate her too. We are being paid to do our job, but she stopped us and gave all the work to that innocent wife of her son," the other replied. "I want to help her. I can't watch this," one said. "No, you will lose your job. Trust me." "Not if she doesn't find out," she replied. Then she sneaked to Amanda's side and proposed to help her wash the clothes. "Please, I want to help you with the clothes. I know you are not too strong," the maid said. But Amanda told her to go back and not risk her job. And she would not listen. She still insisted on washing the clothes because it was really a large number of clothes. So Amanda had to let her help her out. The truth is, deep down, Amanda needed that help. Gabriel's mother saw that maid helping Amanda, and she walked to them. She slapped Amanda hard on her face. The slap was hard enough to make her fall. "I told you clearly to wash my clothes, not the maid," she said and turned to the maid. "And you? Go into that house and pack your things. You are fired," she said to the maid. The maid was not sad. At least she was fired for doing something right. "This is going to be a warning to the rest of you. Mind your business and you won't lose your job," she said to them. I know you must be wondering why she hadn't called her husband to tell him that her mother never cared for her. Instead, she maltreated her. Yes, that's because Amanda could not find her phone. It was her mother-in-law who hid it, making it impossible for her to reach her husband. Meanwhile, Gabriel has been wondering why Amanda's phone is not going through. He has tried many times. He wanted to be sure if she is fine, so he called his mother and asked why he is not able to get his wife on the phone. "Your wife is fine. Her phone, she broke it, but she is fine. Totally," she lied. "She broke her phone? Then she should get another one immediately. Anyway, can you give her the phone?" "No, son, she is out. She went to check on her pregnancy, stuff like that," she lied. "Okay, please, you know she is pregnant, so keep watching her," he said and ended the call. He felt relieved thinking his wife was in good hands, not knowing Amanda was suffering in his mom's hands. Each night Amanda cried like a baby, not because of anything but because she was scared the maltreatment might end up spoiling her pregnancy again. This is just the second day, and her husband is going to spend 5 days there. She saw this coming, but Gabriel was deceived by his mum. So the third day, Gabriel's mum told Amanda to iron all the clothes she washed, and she obeyed. While she was doing that, her mother-in-law came and raised one of the already ironed clothes. "Is this how to iron a dress? Can you afford that dress? Before you came into this family, can you afford that dress? Do you want to spoil my dress?" "No, please, no," Amanda replied. Then her mother-in-law got angry and took the pressing iron, which was active and very hot. She used it to press Amanda on her back, making her scream. This time she could not bear it and ran away immediately from the spot. The pain was too much. That was a pressing, not even a slap. "Good for you. You want a husband, right? Yes, this is marriage. I hope you are enjoying your marriage." Her mother laughed. Amanda decided to go out and maybe stay somewhere else till her husband returns. So she walked to the gate and told the gateman to open the gate, but he refused. I said open the gate, I want to go out. Don't you know me again? Amanda asked. I'm sorry, Ma. I know you. You are my boss's wife. But if I let you out, my job is gone. This is not my order. This is Madam's order, he said. And then Amanda sadly turned her back around and went back to the house. Well, Auntie Rose and her plans. It was time for her to show what she has been planning. And she was not doing this alone. She was getting help from Janet, one of the women Gabriel rejected. The plan was not just to kill Amanda, but to make her feel exactly how Mrs. Wilson felt. Losing her family, she wants her to first feel what it feels like to lose her husband. The plan was golden, and here it comes. While Gabriel was traveling back from the meeting he went to with his driver, it was night. Yeah, they were riding at night. Meanwhile, a trap has been set on the way, sharp irons ready to tear their car tires apart. Gabriel's driver never knew. They didn't expect an attack on them. So they drove with speed and crashed into the sharp iron, bursting all their tires and making the driver lose control over the steering, then running into a tree. Luckily for them, none of them were injured. But there was a problem. Some men came up to the accident spot with guns and masks and pointed them at them. They kidnapped Gabriel and his driver, then set their car on fire. Then they threw some fake human skulls into the car with human bones made by humans, making the whole thing look like an accident where the driver and the man died. They took Gabriel and the driver away to a building, a secret building somewhere. A few minutes later, people saw heavy fire on a car, and when they got close, they realized that a car had an accident. The next morning, the police came to the accident scene and investigated the accident. They also found things like human skulls burnt in the car. And also bones. Then they concluded that all people in the car died. So they investigated the car and realized that it belonged to a wealthy and known person, Mr. Gabriel. They really felt sad when they found out that Mr. Gabriel died in that car accident. This is exactly what Auntie Rose planned, to make it look like Gabriel died. She wants Amanda to feel that pain. That was just the beginning of her plan. So the police took the sad news to the radio station and broadcast channel. This is the best way to deliver such news to the public. So they made a post about it, and people began to cry from all angles of the state. The news hit Amanda like a bomb that morning when she watched it on TV. She thought it was a dream. She took some water to wash her eyes and wake herself up. But it wasn't a dream. Before she could shout, her mother-in-law was already shouting in the living room. Maybe she had already heard. All the maids in the house. Everyone was sad about the passing of Gabriel. Amanda precisely had a heart attack because the more she tried to believe, the more her heart broke into pieces. She fell down flat like a dead person. She couldn't bear the news. How is she going to live without her husband, her unborn child? She was rushed to the hospital by some of the housemaids and was attended to by the doctor. The state mourned his death. Stations began to post pictures of him. Some posted how his wife fainted on hearing the death of her husband. Auntie Rose, the mastermind of the whole thing, she just sat watching how the internet is shaking. What made her more happy is how Amanda is feeling after hearing the news. And this is just what is coming, Auntie Rose said. She knew her plan well. She knew very soon Amanda would be chased out by her mother-in-law, who does not like her already, making her more vulnerable. And from there, the plan unfolds more. Gabriel's mum cried like never before. Her son, her only son, is dead. She has killed him. This stupid wife of his has killed him, she says. The workers in his company, they couldn't even bear the news. They were all sad. Life indeed was short. Such a great man dies and leaves all his wealth, they said. But Gabriel was never dead. Amanda got back from the hospital, sad and weak. His mother-in-law almost jumped on her. You have killed him. You are happy now, she says to her while people held her back, people who visited and some of Gabriel's friends. Meanwhile, Gabriel was held hostage in a secret place. He could clearly see on TV how people are crying for his death. But he is still alive. He never understood why he was kidnapped or why the woman was doing that. Auntie Rose was always in a mask whenever she goes to the building, so her face was hidden from Gabriel. "Why are you doing this? You are making people think I'm dead. What is my crime?" he asked the woman in the mask. "Don't worry, just enjoy the show. You will understand soon," Auntie Rose would reply right to his face. He saw the news that said his family was already planning his burial, which made him so angry. Well, that was the truth. Gabriel's mum and family planned on making his burial instantly, for reasons known to them alone. Amanda was treated like a stranger. They didn't chase her away immediately. She was his wife, so they had to leave her because she had to appear in the burial. But they were chasing her away after the burial. Well, some days later, they had to make the burial. People were present, including Amanda. Her tears were not enough to express how sad she was. After the burial, everyone went home. Immediately, Amanda was reaching home. She saw her things in the living room, her bags and the rest. "You have done enough. Take your things and leave us alone. Take your pregnancy away," Gabriel's mum said to her, even though one of her friends was telling her to calm down. "Calm down and think. Your son is dead and his wife is holding an unborn child. That child represents your son, and you just want to chase the child away," the friend says. "I don't need that child. I just want this girl out of our life. She has been bad luck since her coming." Amanda arranged her bags and left the house for her mother-in-law. She was a lawyer and she knows her rights, but she just doesn't want to cause a fight, not when her mother-in-law is going through the same pain as she. So when Auntie Rose noticed that one part of her plan was successful, she decided to move to another part of her plan, the execution. So she went to the secret building where she kept Gabriel and the driver. She told them that they would soon be free if they cooperated with her. "Now take this phone. Tell your wife that you are alive and you are stranded at a specific address. She should come and get you," she said. But Gabriel could not understand her intentions. "Why would you want me to do that? What do you want to do to her?" Gabriel asked. Then Auntie Rose pulled a gun and pointed it at his head. "No time for questions. Speak on the phone to her." Gabriel was also wondering how she got Amanda's contact. The last time he called Amanda, her phone was not going through, so how did she get a working number for his wife? Since the gun was pointed at his head, he obeyed. Amanda picked up her phone and Gabriel spoke. "Hello?" At the mention of that hello, Amanda could recognize that voice immediately. That is Gabriel's voice. She froze a bit and sat right in the small apartment she rented after leaving Gabriel's house for his mother. "Hello, who is this?" she asked, just wanting to be sure. "It's me, Gabriel. I'm not dead. I'm stranded here with my driver. Our car had an accident and we escaped it, but our car was on fire. I need you to come to this location I'm going to tell you. Come there with a taxi and get us," Gabriel says, and gave the phone back to the woman by his side. He said everything perfectly because a gun was pointed at his head. He didn't know what exactly they were planning to do to his wife, but he just hoped she is safe. Amanda didn't even calm down to check things. She was just too focused on going to that location to save her husband. She was told by Gabriel to come by 7 p.m. at night from the call. She didn't also think about why he said that or why he didn't just take a taxi instead. Auntie Rose already planned this. She knows Amanda won't check that because of the joy and anxiety to save her husband. The plan was simple. If she comes there, she will be shot by a hidden man, and that would be her end. Then her husband would be free to go home. Auntie Rose still called the man that was supposed to shoot Amanda. She reminded him to stay alert. "Make sure you shoot her immediately she pops up on the spot. No delay, and keep me updated." Her plan was neat, so Amanda quickly took a taxi without wasting time and began to drive to the exact location. She was in a hurry and was telling the driver to speed up. But their car even got a problem, and the driver had to stop and fix it. All this was taking her time. While she was getting delayed, there was a young woman like her, just the same age as Amanda. Her name was Abigail. Abigail mistakenly walked into the exact spot where Amanda was supposed to walk to. And when the man saw her, he didn't even bother to check her face. He just followed the instructions that said no delay. He pulled the trigger at the girl and she fell down. Then he escaped the scene and also called Auntie Rose and informed her that the job was well done. The target was shot dead. Auntie Rose smiled and laughed harder. She thought Amanda was dead, but she was wrong. She killed another person, not just another person, but someone dear to her. Anyway, Amanda and her taxi continued their journey after fixing the car. But when they finally reached there, they saw no one. Instead, they got the news that someone was shot dead there. Amanda was so confused. Maybe her mind played tricks on her, so she drove back home. She was so tired after a long journey without seeing her husband. She hit the bed and slept, and when she woke up, she thought the call, the journey, everything was all a dream. After that, Auntie Rose freed Gabriel and his driver. She was so happy and let them go. She thought Amanda was already dead, and there is no need to kill her husband. All she wanted was Amanda, not her husband. She just used her husband to make her feel pain. So Gabriel and his driver found a taxi along the road where they were dumped, so they drove home. The first place Gabriel went to was his office. His workers were all scared when he got inside, and they were stepping back. They thought it was his ghost. "Don't be scared, it's me. I was never dead. I was kidnapped and framed dead by someone I don't know. But I need to find my wife. Is she all right?" Gabriel asked. So the workers felt more convinced and believed he was truly framed dead. They were all happy for him, but he kept telling them he needs to see his wife. "I'm sorry, sir. Your wife was chased away by your family after your death. Sorry, I mean, after your framed death, they say. She is holding my child. Why would they do that?" he said, and told them to make a post that he is alive and he was never dead but kidnapped and framed. So the company made a post on their social media page and website saying he is alive. Soon the news went fast and most people saw it, and it even got to Gabriel's mum faster than expected. She thought it was a joke, but it was real. But here is the problem. When Gabriel got back, the first person he was wanting to see was his wife and the unborn child. "You just came back. Everyone is happy, the public, and all you're talking about is your wife?" his mum asked. "Oh, fine, I'm fine. So what do you think I should ask? Am I supposed to act like I don't have a wife?" he asked. "You are supposed to calm down and thank your God, then think about why you were kidnapped in the first place. You think someone will just kidnap you, frame your death, then just release you? Does that not sound weird? Are you not bothered?" his mum asked. Well, Gabriel realized his mum was saying some truth. He couldn't just be kidnapped and framed, there must be a reason. Then he remembered that the woman behind his kidnap said some weird things about Amanda. This even got him scared the more. Well, Amanda, on the other hand, saw the news about her husband being alive and returned home successfully. So she had to go to his workplace because she was scared of going to his house directly. And from there, he was called that his wife was already at his workplace, and so he went there. And finally they met. He was so happy to see her. He was scared before. He thought something bad might have happened to her, especially when Auntie Rose forced him to make a fake call, telling her to come get him from a specific location. He happily went back home with Amanda. This time, no one could chase her away anymore. Her mother-in-law was happy and also angry. Happy because her son being dead was all faked. Angry because that Amanda of a girl is still living in the house, no matter all the maltreatment. Auntie Rose, who thought she had succeeded in killing Amanda, sat at home and got a call from a school where her young sister was schooling. Then they reported to her that her young sister is dead. She froze. "What happened to her? You can't just call me to tell me my young sister is dead." "It's kind of confusing. She went out for some reason we don't know, and we realized she was shot dead along the highway," the speaker says. "What? Who shot her? Where? When?" Auntie Rose asked, worried. Then the speaker told her the place and time. That was the same place where Amanda was supposed to be shot, the place where she set Amanda up to be shot. Now she understands that it was the wrong target. She ended the call, heartbroken and disappointed. She killed her own sister, the last one they had. She was just young like Amanda and still in school. But instead of blaming herself, she put the blame on Amanda, saying, "Because of that girl, I have lost another person. I swear with my life she will die a slow death, one that would make her cry to die." She picked up her phone and called the man who pulled the trigger. "You stupid idiot, you killed the wrong person," she says. "What do you mean? I did my job as you said. She arrived exactly at that time. Same look, so I shot." "Idiot, you shot the wrong person, not just anyone. But my own blood sister. Nonsense. You should have looked at her face," she says, and ends the call, smashing the table. Meanwhile, Cynthia, who was taken by her ex-boyfriend, was still under him. He kept her in his house and in chains. She did not want to accept his love. Maybe it will be love by force. But here's the thing. Cynthia was already a changed person. She didn't want to bring out the old demon in her, but it seems this ex-boyfriend was stepping on her toes, and her heart was beginning to think like the old Cynthia who can kill. Anyway, Amanda tried her best at keeping her pregnancy. It's now over 8 months since she was pregnant, so she began to buy baby clothes and baby items, preparing for her baby. So on a very sunny day, she felt this labor pain and was rushed to the hospital. Amanda delivered her baby, and it was a baby boy. She was so happy. Gabriel was more happy. But someone was not happy, her mother-in-law. She really didn't care if the child was her own blood. All she cared about was that Amanda and she cannot be in peace. The baby was brought home after a few days at the hospital. The way her mother-in-law looked at their arrival shows how bitter she was. Gabriel noticed it and walked to her. "Mom, don't tell me you already hate a newborn baby. Please, you need to change already," Gabriel says. "Come on, why would I hate a new baby? It's not my business at all," she says, pretending. But deep down, she hated the baby as much as the mother. "So join us and celebrate." "No, just let me be," she says, and walks away. Amanda saw them. She knew her mother-in-law was not happy for her. She still can't understand why she hates her so much. Gabriel's mother went to her room and she began to think. So, if that child grows up, that boy becomes a man and would inherit everything his father had. No, that cannot happen. At least not from a woman like Amanda, she thought. Then a bad thinking began to gather in her mind, one that is not good to hear at all. Amanda and Gabriel planned on giving that child the best life ever. They would talk about things the child would do, even though he was just less than a month old. While Amanda would just take the baby and talk to the baby, even though the baby would not even understand, she would just talk to the child and smile. The baby only looked at her and sometimes cried. Whenever her mother-in-law saw them in that mode, she was always jealous and angry. She felt like they didn't deserve that happiness. Meanwhile, Auntie Rose never left or gave up. In fact, she was now more angry and determined to get her revenge, not just for Wilson's family, but for her junior sister who died. So Gabriel's mum and her jealousy took her to another level. She got some poisonous substances and hid them, waiting for the best time. Then, just as she expected, Amanda left her baby in the living room, on his small bed, while she went in to take something from her room. That moment when the baby was alone, Gabriel's mom sneaked to the baby and took the baby's milk. She opened the bottle and added a small portion of the poisonous substance to it, shook it and closed it like nothing ever happened. Then she went away. By the time Amanda returned, she never knew that had happened. She took that same poisoned milk and gave it to the baby. The baby stopped crying for the meantime, but after a few minutes he started crying again, even worse than ever. The crying was not stopping. She thought it was a normal thing. She even decided to give him her breast milk, but he still didn't stop. She kept trying to stop the baby from crying, but he wouldn't. At this point, the poison was affecting him already. He continued to cry till Amanda began to get scared and called her husband Gabriel. He rushed down home immediately. "What is happening?" he asked. "He has been crying. I tried stopping him. He wouldn't stop." Gabriel also tried, but the baby wouldn't stop. Then they decided to check with the doctor. But before they arrived at the hospital, the baby went silent, and unfortunately he died, unknown to them. They rushed there and told the doctor that their baby was behaving strangely. The doctor took him and unfortunately realized the baby was long gone. He walked out sadly. They rushed to him asking questions. "How is the baby? Is he fine?" "I'm sorry," he said. "Sorry for what?" "That baby didn't make it. In fact, he died before he was brought in here," the doctor said. Amanda grabbed the doctor and was crying. Gabriel just sat back in heartbreak. Not the same baby they planned on raising. He began to feel like all he is getting is bad luck. Now this is exactly what her mother-in-law wanted. She wanted her son to see that Amanda is bad luck. Then maybe he would divorce her. Then she also wanted Amanda to see that the marriage is nothing but hell. Then she may leave. Amanda could not stop crying as they got back home. When her mother-in-law realized the child died, she was happy. She was just a devil, heartless. She did not care about anyone. That night, Amanda couldn't sleep. She was just thinking, is this the kind of life I want to live? Is this marriage? A marriage where she never once had full peace without a backfire. She has to go from one problem to another. At some point, it looks like her older life was even better than her present life. It was better sleeping with dogs than this new luxurious but heartbreaking life she is living. Or maybe leaving the marriage was the best option. Maybe her mother-in-law was never going to love her or her baby. She believed he didn't die a normal death. How long is she going to keep living with a woman who hates her? Time is going and she is never changing her mind. Gabriel also was thinking, is this true love? Or maybe sometimes true love does not always work. Or maybe his mum was right. Amanda brought nothing but harm. The last time he was kidnapped and framed, it was still because of Amanda. So many things happen, but he always stands for true love. But still, the problems won't finish. So they rose up from bed at the same time. "I have been thinking." "I have been thinking too," Gabriel said. "Do you think this marriage is the best? Do you think we should just end it? Because it seems everything is just not working," Amanda asked. "That is the same question I have in mind too," Gabriel says. "I don't have the answers. I can't provide an answer," he says. "Me too. I can't tell if we should stop or continue," Amanda says. "I know what to do. I will ask someone who always tells me the truth," Gabriel says. Then the next day, Gabriel skipped his work and drove to his grandpa. He always gets good results from him. He arrived and, as usual, told him the problem. "I don't know if I should just separate from her. My mum is against it and it seems like it's not working." His grandpa laughed, just like he always does, even in serious situations. He always thinks nothing is too serious. "So what happens when you separate? You marry someone else you don't love? Or you marry your mum? Or maybe she is the best wife?" he asked. "Listen, I don't think this is enough reason to end a marriage. Never end a marriage because of people's opinions. But end it if both of you are toxic, fighting, no love. But from what I see, there is great love. That's why you are still together no matter what." His grandfather was right. Unless there is no love, never end your marriage because someone else does not like it. With that, he believes they can endure and win. He told Amanda they are not going to divorce. Well, her mother-in-law was not going to stop, or Auntie Rose. To be continued. Watch out for part 9 dropping sooner than you expect. Before you go, I've got a gift for you. I've written an exclusive story you won't find on YouTube, and I'd love for you to have it. It's completely free. Just check the link in the description or the pinned comment. Go grab your copy and enjoy the bonus story. I'll see you inside.